Your daily mass readings and gospel commentary coming right up.
The birth of John the Baptist was announced by Gabriel. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. The days of King Herod of Judea, there lived a priest called Zechariah, belonged to the Abijah section of the priesthood, and he had a wife Elizabeth by name, who was a descendant of Aaron. Both were worthy in the sight of God, and scrupulously observed all the commandments and observances of the Lord. But they were childless. Elizabeth was barren, and they were both getting on in years. Now it was the turn of Zechariah's section to serve, and was exercising his priestly office by God, when it fell to him by Lord, as the ritual custom was, to enter the Lord's sanctuary and burn incense there. And at the hour of incense, the whole congregation was outside praying. Then there appeared to him the angel of the Lord, standing on the right of the altar of incense. The sight disturbed Zechariah, and he was overcome with fear. And the angel said to him, Zechariah, don't be afraid. Your prayer has been heard. Your wife Elizabeth is bear you a son. You must name him John. He will be in your joy and light, and many will rejoice at his birth. He will be great in the sight of the Lord. You must drink no wine, no strong drink. Even from his mother's womb will be filled with the Holy Spirit, and will bring back many of the sons of Israel to the Lord their God. The Spirit and the power of Elijah will go before him to turn the hearts of fathers towards their children, and the disobedient back to the wisdom that the virtuous have, preparing for the Lord a people fit for him. Zechariah said to the angel, how can I be sure this? I am an old man. My wife is getting on in years. The angel replied, I am Gabriel, who stand in God's presence, and have been sent to speak to you and bring you this good news. Listen, since you have not believed my words, which will come true at the appointed time, you'll be silenced and have no power and speech until this happens. Meanwhile, the people waiting for Zechariah and were surprised that he stayed in the sanctuary so long. When he came out, he could not speak to them, and they realized that he had received the vision in the sanctuary, but he could only make signs to them and remained dumb. When his time of service came to an end, he returned home. Some time later, his wife Elizabeth conceived, and in 5 months she kept to herself. The Lord had done this for me, she said. Now that it has pleased him to take away the humiliation I suffered among them. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Jesus Christ.
Gabriel's announcement to Zechariah, the birth of John the Baptist in the Old and the barren womb of Elizabeth follow a narrative pattern in the Old Testament, as the case of Samson in the first reading. The child to be born is a divine gift whose origin goes beyond genetic engineering. The mission of the Baptist can only be the result of a faith that Zechariah lacks at the beginning, but recovers later and declares with joy. No calling, no mission is not born of an epiphany of divine grace.
For more amazingly short and yet rich mass preparation resources, like and subscribe to this channel, Omukristu Omukatoliki Channel.